This is DJ Rubbish on the ones and twos. And I just come here to let y'all know it's about to get real filthy in this mother.
Game time. You excited?
Too much. Too excited.
I know I woke up this morning, I saw you already waiting on the edge of your seat.
I didn't sleep last night.
For this moment.
Yeah.
I actually got very minimal sleep last night. I'm actually very
That's
tired.
true.
I was in the theater about to go to sleep. We went to go see this movie pretty much right before the podcast.
Yeah, we just got back.
But we're ready to go. So we got Charlie on the show today, aka Charlos, coming in from Chicago, the Windy City, all the way just to be here on the show with us today. So appreciate your dedication to the show, to showbiz. Episode 15 of In Todd We Trust. You can stream on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and also watch on YouTube. So appreciate if you subscribe, drop a comment, leave some reviews. All appreciate it. Only if they're good reviews. If you have bad things to say, then keep them to yourself. So, little background. Charlie is my brother from the other side, roommate for 2 years of college. It seems like longer than that. It seems like if someone asked me, I'd be like, oh, we roomed all 4 years, but we didn't. It's 2 years. Also an I Am legend, I Am coaching legend. Been on teams with me.
Yeah,
Coach.
real quick, I heard I got a shout out. Future Hall of Famer?
You did.
And Katie's podcast?
Yeah.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the first person to say that, so I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I think people will get with it, but
Yeah.
I think somebody had to start that conversation.
We have to start the
Appreciate you doing
campaign now.
Yeah.
I definitely, I gotta give credit where credit is due, and I definitely think that you will be a future Hall of Famer for the I Am leagues.
That's love. Wish I could say the same to you, but I mean, I do agree with you though. I do agree.
You
with
know,
you.
it's all good. You don't have to give me my my roses now. But you'll regret it, one day when I'm gone.
Wow.
One day when I'm gone, you'll regret. Actually, I hope I live longer, but
Dang. I hope you live longer too. I'm not trying to, I'm not. No.
But yeah, no. I mean, we had some great runs. We had some weird runs. There's some where we shouldn't have gone as far as we did. Almost pretty much every single time we did well in the season, everyone was shocked and we knew we didn't deserve it.
I mean, we were the fortunate benefactors of a lot of scheduling issues.
Yeah.
Which I think that was our key to success, which is what,
100%.
I mean, because we didn't stand a chance if we actually had to play.
No.
So the more we avoided playing, the farther we went in the playoffs. Which is, I think that's strategic.
It is.
There's no question.
That's part of coaching.
Absolutely.
That's part of coaching. So, the farthest we went, we were on a legendary team. For those of you who don't know, I'm sure most of you have seen the 30 by 30 for now.
Right.
But on the Uncoachables, that was the name of our I Am basketball team. Ton of legends on that team. Also a ton of really whack role players that just found a way to get it done. Really in the
Somebody's
postseason.
got to pay. I mean, you got to pay to get in IM leagues.
You got
the more you can disperse that around.
Pay to play, man.
Absolutely.
So we came together, band of misfits, got it done. The scheduling issues he's referring to, at least for this season, the basketball managers, who were probably our biggest
Shout
competition, they had to go to the Final Four this year, and because of that, they had to forfeit their game against us. Asked us to reschedule. We said no because we wanted to go to the championship. We'd rather have an easy walk to the championship than have to face a team that we knew was going to blow us out. So
True.
shout out
who had blown us out, I think, earlier in the regular season. Too.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
Yeah, no, they were not
themselves.
something to be toyed with. So shout out to Jake Schimmel.
Yeah.
Much love for you guys going to the Final Four that year and giving us
and Denzel,
walking.
like thanks for Denzel for the help on that too.
Yeah, shout out to Denzel for balling out that year. Yeah,
appreciate
so much love.
I think Gary was still there too. And Gary Harris helped.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah,
those
sophomore,
guys were some of our biggest fans. I think,
Yeah.
which was cool.
They wanted to see us succeed, so I
Huge
appreciate it.
help.
I think their success had a lot less to do with Michigan State basketball
Right.
and more about the uncoachables. Yeah, I forgot. Next year we were the uncoachables.
Naturally.
So I get those teams mixed up sometimes.
There you
But yeah, fellow football manager. We basically ran things at the football building, MSU football. Any of the success that they had, you can attribute to our work in the equipment room
No question.
over those 4 years. So Rose Bowl, Cotton Bowl, second Cotton Bowl, playoff run.
Right.
Largely in part had to do with our contributions. while we were in college. So
They
just
would have
keep that in
had
mind.
deflated footballs and dirty laundry going for us. And
Flat
that's,
out.
that's straight up. So
that's facts. I'm not even.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
State fans.
So yeah. We have half the squad here today. Movie squad.
Yeah.
So we have.
So I was
So
about to say we're gonna touch on that. Okay, cool.
yeah, we got to talk about the squad.
Have
So. In college, we had a friend group, 4 of us. If you haven't seen, I would be more than happy to share some of our professional photography from our last guys trip
Yes.
in Fort Wayne, Indiana last year. But we have 4 guys. We always, our common bond, amongst a lot of other things, was that every week we'd go to $5 Tuesday at, what is that, NCG Cinema in East Lansing. So over the course of it, we added it up, like, what was that, a year ago, and it's more since then because we went and saw 2 while we were in Fort Wayne in the course of 3 days. We've seen over 40 films together as a group in our time in college, which sounds insane,
Most of them terrible.
Most of them terrible,
Most
yeah.
of them
So
terrible.
most of them were really bad, but we had a great time. So really the terrible ones are the ones that we remember the most because we'd all, for whatever reason, sit in different parts of the. If we went to a theater, a lot of times we go to really late showings, right? Because everyone's scheduled.
Real quick though.
Yeah.
Also, I was thinking about this when I was driving in yesterday. How would we not have a name for this crew?
That is true.
You
Yeah,
guys,
we don't have a
had
name.
the B squad that hung out like once
Dang.
every I don't know, every once in a while.
Right, exactly.
And we were watching
That is
movies
true.
every week, never had a name for never had anything.
Yeah, we never had a
We missed
name.
the boat on that in a big way.
We definitely
We
should have.
shoulda-
Yeah, we didn't have a name. We didn't have merchandise.
No, yeah, other people couldn't support us
Yeah,
in our
that-
endeavors, which is that's
Okay,
sad.
I have something for that later in a second.
Okay.
But yeah, but yes, you're absolutely right.
Okay.
That is, yeah, we didn't have a secret handshake either. That's
No,
something that I
nothing.
regret.
Nothing.
That's something that I definitely
There
regret.
was no
about.
hazing.
No,
There's no philanthropy. I mean,
No.
like, what were we really?
I don't know. We're
So
just 4
bad.
guys who happened to be at the theater at the
Could
same
have been
time.
so much more. We missed it.
We definitely missed out on the opportunity. So we just got to capitalize going forward. But
Right.
but yeah, 2 of us are here. The other one of so it's me, Charlie, Trey, and Leroy. Leroy, we found out as of 10 hours ago that he's also in Detroit.
In Detroit somewhere.
Somewhere. He reached out and was like, yo,
Yep.
we got to get breakfast tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm going to the movies with you guys, blah, blah, blah. We have not heard anything from him today. His nickname is The Ghost. We don't know. He comes and goes
He
randomly.
could be here by the end of this podcast.
Wouldn't be shocked if he showed up. So that's Leroy. Trey has been a ghost of recent, but he might be in med school, he might not be. We don't know. I haven't heard from Trey
Trey's doing
in a minute.
doctor things.
Yeah, he's doing doctor things. So he's balling, but I haven't. We all haven't gotten together since Fort Wayne last year. So, but yeah, that was what a time. What a time. Okay, idea I had though.
Yeah.
I was gonna shoot it to the group like earlier this week, and I was like, "Nah, I'll bounce it off of Charlie first before I like present to the group. That way, I can maybe get some support. Maybe not.
Probably not. I would assume not. But bring
I
it
feel like
on.
even if
That's
you
it.
support it, you shoot it down in the group just because like, oh yeah, like I'm about to shoot
I
down.
mean, obviously, yeah.
How about we all get a group IG page?
Okay.
Now I've seen people try to get
Follow
group
this
IG
up,
page.
yeah.
Yeah.
Follow this up,
Yeah,
yes.
I just want to
Give
throw
us
it out there real
Okay.
quick, and then also, I've seen people do this before, right? Like I've
Okay.
seen people try to make like friend group pages, whatever, before, right?
Platonic group.
I have seen some, like the silly like we're 2 roommates, we're goofy, and we have a group where we both post stupid videos all the time. I've
Okay.
seen that try to be done before, right?
Okay.
And it failed because they don't follow up with it.
Sure.
It kind of just goes off to the side. Or
Right.
I've seen like friends get together and it's like a Finsta and they all post embarrassing pictures of each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that route either.
Okay.
The 4 of us all
What's your
we
vision?
need to come up with a name for the group too, which
Okay.
again goes to this point.
Sure.
Come up with a name. We have the name. We create a group Instagram account. And it's not only a way for people to follow us, but more so that we can follow each other. Like Leroy, for instance, that would get him on Instagram because he doesn't have an Instagram right now.
That would be good.
He would be motivated to do
We gotta
that.
get them at a LinkedIn before we do anything else.
Yeah.
I think that's the first step.
He has
for
not.
Leroy.
He has Snapchat and Twitter.
Leroy's a ghost. The government couldn't find him right now if they wanted to.
No, not a
Yeah,
chance.
no
Not a chance. I
Because
guarantee you he has a burner phone.
Off the grid.
But yeah, we definitely need to get that together, and then like
Okay.
each of us just like we commit to like updating. Someone updates once a day. So even if it's not like not every person has to update, but like even if like
You
you
like
just
divvy
put-
out days.
you divvy out days. Like okay, you update, you do a story. It doesn't have to be something crazy like, but
Okay.
just just think about it. Yeah, chew on it.
I'll chew on it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I hate it.
Hate
Sitting
it?
here right
Okay,
now.
that's
Hate
cool.
it.
That's cool.
Absolutely hate it.
I'm going to.
Now here's my initial questions.
Okay.
Who is the target audience? Is it for us or is it for
It's-
other people?
It's for us, and if other people appreciate it, great. If not, then it's something we can laugh about.
So it's what this podcast is.
It's our yes. 100%.
Okay, got it.
If you like it, you like it. It's basically our group chat, but just on Instagram.
Cool. Let's just publicize our group chat.
Yep.
All right. Put pictures. Okay.
I mean, honestly,
Okay.
and honestly, it quickly will become us making fun of each other.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
So
It'd just basically be creating a reality TV show for ourselves.
Yes.
Is essentially what it would be.
yes. And I think that
Alright.
we could probably end up getting a deal.
I'm warming up to it.
Yeah,
I'm
think,
warming
think
up
about
to
it. Just think
I
about it.
I
As you think about the possibilities,
Yeah.
that's when it gets exciting.
the
So,
bones are there. We got to put some muscle on it. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. All right. We'll talk.
Yeah,
We'll talk.
yeah. So I just wanted to throw that out here.
Yeah. We'll get in touch and then we'll just relay it to Train Leroy basically.
Exactly.
That's pretty,
exactly.
that's pretty much where it's at.
They'll be on board too. If we
They will.
once we present it to them all out, I think they'll be on it as long as it's they both go on stints though where it's where are they at, what are they doing?
Right.
Like Leroy, you might not hear from again. He might be in
You realize this involves both of us taking a week off to teach Leroy how to
use
social
Instagram.
media.
Dang it, you're
that's
right.
the thing.
That's
Leroy,
gonna take forever.
That's
yeah.
gonna take a long time. So
He's gonna.
if we're willing to dedicate that kind of a time commitment, I mean that's part of it.
to the tutorial.
That's part of it. We're going to Charleston,
Yeah.
or wherever in South Carolina he's living.
Wherever
right
he's
now.
at, yeah.
I-
If he's even still there,
he
I would.
could- dude, who knows? But
So-
we're gonna track him down and then teach him how to use Instagram.
Oh
which
my
is-
gosh. And someone's just gonna have to remind Trey each time that it's his turn. Trey,
Well,
you have to
and
do
then
it.
and then remind him 7 more times.
Right.
That's it won't just be the first time.
No.
We'll have to have other people get in touch with him too.
Yeah,
it'll
absolutely.
be like me walking over to Tyler's house and knocking on Tyler's door and be like, hey, can you call Trey and let him know
Right.
that it's time for
I'll
this
shoot
to-
Leah a text. Leah,
Perfect.
tell Trey to
Perfect.
do his updates.
Exactly.
So yeah, that idea. Think about it. I've been informed to tell you to get a haircut. I was gonna say
I'll add
anyway,
you to the
get a
list.
haircut next time you come on the podcast, but
I don't see. You can't.
People care about you.
Just cut it. I
That
would
is
say
true, yeah,
you were
yeah,
like
yeah.
the last person probably to cut my hair.
Yeah,
If I'm being real.
Well, yeah, I guess that is
The
partially
whole
my
get,
fault.
whole get. This is on you too. This
Yeah.
is
okay.
your fault.
I'll take partial responsibility.
You should.
As
Yeah.
your former barber, I am in retirement. I do occasionally come out of retirement. Still,
The great
so.
ones do. That's how
yeah.
the great ones do it. They get summoned.
Speaking of our movies, top movies, I'd say, and correct me if I'm wrong, best movie experience as a group.
Okay, I was about to say you got to clarify that. Best movie experience as a group and
No,
top
actually,
movies are
I'm sorry.
two different
You're absolutely
things.
right.
Yeah.
Top movies, Best Man Holiday, Creed.
Far and away.
Right?
Far and away.
So-
Best Man Holiday number one.
Number one easily.
Creed 1A. Yeah.
Yep. Worst, Lucy, RoboCop,
Not close. Yes.
Jumanji. That was just me and you, but Jumanji was
That was just me and you. Let's
in
That
Chicago.
that was terrible.
That was
Yeah, that was really bad.
That was bad. Anchorman 2 for my birthday when we all went. However,
Yeah, Anchorman 2 I feel like got a ton of heat
yeah,
and didn't.
it just
I
didn't
think
show
I
up.
didn't think
It
as
was
bad
a
as everyone
horrible.
thought
It just didn't
was,
show up to what we thought it was
Yeah,
going to
everyone
be.
had high expectations for it. It just didn't.
We
meet
saw
them.
one with these spies that was really bad too. We've seen some really bad. Again, you go to 40+ movies, you're gonna see some bad
Well,
ones.
you forget too. Trey and I usually fall asleep in.
That's true.
So there was a lot of times when I would wake up and I'd be like, I didn't like that movie, and you'd be like, well, you can't, you don't have
That is true.
the ability to judge it because you only watched 20 minutes of it. So
yeah,
there-
I think you
there-
fell asleep. Didn't you fall asleep in Captain America?
I fell asleep in literally every one. This Lego
Yeah.
movie is like the first one I didn't fall asleep in.
Yeah, and I was struggling. I almost fell asleep.
Yeah, everyone pretty much
I
did.
was so tired. Anchorman 2, though, when we went and saw that, what followed was an epic snowball fight. So
That's
speaking
right.
about where it's like a bad movie but a great experience,
Yeah.
what followed up was like,
Well,
again, the greatest snowball fight I've ever had.
The bad movies were always the best experiences.
Yes,
That's the
100%.
thing.
What was the really, what, oh, we were talking about this when we went and saw Rampage.
Yes.
So four of us went and saw Rampage last
Yes.
year with, again, The Rock. Terrible
We
movie.
had a bad string of rock movies.
Yeah, I mean, The Rock is, he's so
We had-
bad.
Yeah, we had some trouble. Fast and the Furious was another one.
Did we all go see that together?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
we
man.
did. We did because I remember walking out of it and being like, man, that last scene where they said goodbye to
Yeah.
what's his name was like super
Paul,
emotional.
yeah.
Paul, yeah, but. I was like, "This is a good movie." And you guys were like, "It wasn't a good movie. This last 10 minutes were
Yeah,
emotional."
right.
Like that, the entire rest of it was terrible. Absolutely
Man,
terrible.
that we've seen some doozies. But
The
to this
snowball
movie, snowball fight. Yeah, no, snowball fight. So we walk out of Anchorman, and I don't know. I mean, how every pretty much stupid thing starts with our group. I don't know. Was an argument? Was it someone throws one
It's
snowball?
usually Leroy. Leroy throws like a snowball or like pokes somebody,
Yeah.
or just does something just to set it off.
So it starts as us just throwing snowballs at each other, right? Somehow, I don't know if it's because it's my birthday or whatever the case is, it becomes them against me. So I then go to a further part. I mean, when I say far, I'm talking about like 30, 35 yards
Oh, yeah.
away from where they're at. sanctioned off into like a cubby of ice and snow, and just like launching, and they launch. Then I run over to somewhere else and then launch. I mean, this went on for, and it's cold. Like this went on for at least 25, 30 minutes.
Hands were numb. No one in gloves.
No. It's. I mean, people are leaving the parking lot, and we always go to these super late films. People are leaving the parking lot.
Right.
We did not care. No one cared. We were like, oh, we don't care. We're gonna finish this snow.
Trey like hit a car at one point.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's when we stopped.
Yeah,
I think he hit a car, and then it was like, hey, we gotta go. We gotta go.
We should probably get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Vandalism always knows how to ruin a good time,
Right.
man.
It's all fun and games till you're in jail.
Yeah. So this movie. So we went and saw Lego Movie 2. Let me go through the description first, and then we'll talk about the movie itself. So it's been 5 years since everything was awesome, referring to the first movie, and the citizens are facing a huge new threat. Lego Duplo invaders from outer space, wrecking everything faster than they can rebuild. This movie came out on February 8th. Features Chris Pratt as the main character, Emmett/Rex, Will Arnett as Lego Batman, Tiffany Haddish as Queen Whatever Wannabe, Alison Brie as Unikitty, Will Ferrell as Lord Business, and the dad in the movie, Channing Tatum as Superman, and Jonah Hill as Green Lantern. So a ton of huge names in this. Writers for it, Phil, or the lead writer, Phil Lord, who also did all the other Lego movies, as well as Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and 22 Jump Street. So the runtime, an hour and 47 minutes. Pretty long for this type of film.
Longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. It definitely was a little lengthy. Felt lengthy for sure. And part of that is just being tired from last night.
Right.
So when we were up in the air between reviewing this and a different movie, right? And
So up in the air that we bought tickets to both.
Yep. So
like new levels of up in the air. We sat in both theaters.
Yep.
Like we literally sat in both theaters.
So we go there. We're like, all right, we're gonna go see the Upside. Oh, love fans. Sorry, I said I love fans. If you're listening, because someone just walked past the podcast studio and waved as if they knew Charlie.
They obviously recognize me.
They have to from the story, from the IG story.
Right.
So we go in there. We're like, we're gonna go see the Upside with Kevin Hart. So we're sitting in there, previews going. We look at each other, say, "Yo, I kind of want to go see the Lego Movie instead." Yep. Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing." We get up, leave, go back, get a refund. It would have made way more sense to just go to the other theater because it's the exact same start time.
You started just walking. I assumed you were walking to the other theater.
No,
and
'cause
then
they
also
don't have.
You just told like the maitre d' dude in the front, like, "Hey, we're going to that." I'm like, "Why did you tell?"
And the only reason I did that is because that theater doesn't have names outside the theater, so we would have had to go and pop in and guess. And I was like, okay, I didn't feel like doing that during previews too. Like, there's no way to indicate like. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's just go to the front and be like, yo, can we get the other? I thought that guy was gonna be cool though, and just be like, oh, it's theater number 5.
Why did you
just walk there?
Did you think that because it was 10 a.m. on a Saturday and we were the only ones in the movie theater? Is that why you thought that? Because I also was thinking
right. So stupid. I'm like, dude, just tell us. So
you got to follow protocol.
Right.
What?
Yeah, when we left, he's like, hey, man, y'all have a good night. I'm like, why are you talking to us so much?
We're
like,
going to lunch.
Yeah, right.
It was a good night.
Literally 11:30 when we
Literally,
left.
dude.
So we go back, get a refund, get a new ticket. Again, I don't know why they didn't just direct us to the other theater. But get a new ticket, new seat assignment.
I had thrown mine away.
Yeah, you threw it, so they had to re-look it back up.
Through the ringer just to get another ticket.
So stupid. You just saw our faces. You know he bought a ticket.
We're the only ones here again. Like
10 a.m. film.
Come on.
So then we go to Lego Movie. So the first of all, the animation is dope for it. Like the way they do like the Lego animation is pretty cool. Definitely like catchy and different. So let's start. Where do you want to start with this? Do we want to start with the characters?
Oh, I got
the writing. What are your thoughts? Do you have some initial thoughts?
No, it's not even initial. I want to ask a kind of a qualifying question. Do we do spoiler alerts here?
Oh, absolutely.
How does this whole spoiler thing work?
We talk through the whole movie. So for instance, like the last movie I did, I just literally like talked through I just gave the entire synopsis of the whole movie because it was easier that way, and then going through review.
Okay.
With this, so it's all bets are off.
Okay, I wasn't sure if this was like the large book report thing where you only read like the first 3 pages
right.
and then say, hey, read the book to find out the rest of it.
No. We tell the whole movie.
Okay, cool. All right. So, all right. I don't know where do you want to start?
I'll start with the characters. All right, cool.
I'll be honest, I've only listened to like one of these podcasts.
That's fine.
But I love it.
see how it is.
But I love it.
But I love it. Love the idea.
Love the idea.
It's like my grandma. She's like, at first she was like listening
I've
to
always
it.
said I like my grandma.
She's like, oh, I haven't seen. She's like, I haven't like watched in a while, but she's like, I just love looking at the pictures to see who your guess is.
That's good.
She's like, I just laugh at the pictures, and I'm like, laugh? What's so funny about the pictures? so the guy, the main character, Emmett, he's like perpetually happy and super optimistic.
Yeah.
First of all, how do you feel about people like that who are just like always super happy no matter what, super optimistic?
Here's my thing, and I've grown in my perception of these people. They used to drive me nuts.
Yeah.
They used to be the worst people in the entire world, and then I realized that there's two different types of these people. There's the authentic people,
Right.
and there's the people who are trying to be like that.
Yeah.
If it's authentic, you got to get to a point where you're like, man, that's just how they are.
Agreed.
Like shout out to them.
I agree.
I can appreciate that. Like I really can. And it's like an inner like peace that they have with themselves. It's just nothing really gets to them. And
Right.
but there's also the people that are just constantly trying to act that way, and then
Right.
it's insufferable. It's like
Yeah.
just tell me things aren't okay. Like, it's
Right.
okay. Like it's okay that things aren't okay. And that's
Right.
but Emmett
Yeah.
seems like he is authentically like that. So
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
it's endearing. It's definitely endearing. And Chris Pratt just plays that well.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of Chris Pratt's thing. Like just
Yeah.
like happy go lucky. I don't know. I thought it
Yeah,
worked.
I do like, no, I think, I agree with you. Like, when it's authentic, I definitely appreciate it. And I feel like you're just, like, putting on a face, and that kind of gets on my nerves.
Right.
I do hate positive quotes, stories, all the articles, all that stuff on social media. Because social media, for me, is just, like, so, like, I go to it, for certain ones, like, I want it to be, like, nonsensical. Like Twitter. I hate when people try to go, like, deep, inspirational, positive vibes. I hate positive vibes. I hate that's probably my least favorite hashtag of all time. Positive vibes only, PVO. I hate that. Like, what? That's so whack.
Honestly, I didn't know that was a thing.
You never seen that?
No, I'm not on.
Positive
I'm not
vibes?
on Twitter.
Okay.
Twitter-
Okay. People post on Instagram too, but like, yeah, Twitter's definitely the.
Yeah,
like,
I can't read. I'm only on Instagram. So that's the thing. It's like I don't do the whole reading thing. Just show me a picture.
fair.
That's all I need. But
I hate it so much. But the like,
No,
and because I go to
annoying.
Twitter, I go to Twitter too to see like the stupid stuff. Like, I
Right.
like going to Twitter to see the ignorant stuff.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, Brady from high school, he posted on like Twitter like, Twitter's a place for what do you say, for idiots to be intellectuals and intellectuals to be idiots.
That's smart.
That's very true.
That's everything.
That's so true. So like, I mean, I consider myself. I don't know. I think I'm an intellectual going there to be an idiot. Maybe I'm not. So I guess if you're the other way around, you don't really know, right?
I mean,
So,
at least if you're an idiot, you're becoming an intellectual.
yeah,
on Twitter,
maybe.
so
Yeah,
it's-
exactly.
It's good.
I'm getting something out of it.
Yeah, it works both ways. That's a good thing.
So yeah, no, I go on there and I just want to see stupid stuff. I like seeing the stupid stuff, the ignorant stuff, the funny stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on there and see someone's like inspirational story or video. Or this is not what I'm there for, right? Maybe on LinkedIn I'll see that, right? Maybe I don't know. Sometimes you see like.
I feel like that's a Facebook thing. That's like something that you're like.
That is true. You see
like,
that on Facebook.
Like you're someone on like your extended family posts something like that.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like it's like an age range 50 to 70.
Yes.
Post
Right.
something like, hey, like. So also the other day, like pandas are not extinct anymore, or
Right.
like not on the endangered species list. It's like that's hype, but like.
I do not.
Okay,
like, yeah.
like great, like
Okay, that's not what I'm
still
here
gonna
for.
be in the Lincoln Park Zoo. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't change any aspect of that. But so it's like that's more. Twitter is more. Yeah, it's for just the rambunctious.
So I hate when I go on there and see that. So
Fair.
this side note, but yeah, no, I do think like genuine positive people are cool. My favorite character in this movie, and part of it is because of the actual Lego Batman movie, which I think is the best out of this franchise so far. Batman, like Will Arnett as Batman,
Yeah.
he plays like the a-hole role so
Yeah.
well. Like he does it for like BoJack Horseman on Netflix. He also has what is the name of that, Flaked on Netflix, where he's the main character. He plays that role of just being like the a-hole like voiceover, like he just does it great. So again, with Batman, like it's funny how they play it out with this and play off of his actual character and like Will putting his own spin on it. So I do like that. Gary Payton makes a quick cameo
With Cheryl
in the
Swoops.
film with Cheryl Swoops,
Which is
and
really
as
nice.
Legos. So
Yeah.
that was cool.
When Gary Payton introduces Cheryl Swoops.
Yeah, right.
Because no one would have known who Cheryl Swoops
No,
is
yeah.
in Lego form.
No,
That's a-
the Lego people. That's just funny, and like
Yeah.
these cameos where these huge names. I'm like,
Yes.
Lego's just putting like how much money into these movies.
Seriously.
So that was fun.
But you think about it though, if you're that actor, it's like
Yeah.
why not?
Oh,
it
yeah.
takes like one day.
Yeah.
You sit down in a podcast studio like this, basically just put your voice on 3 scenes.
Right.
Like, there you go. You made a few bucks. Like,
Right,
like,
exactly.
who
Especially
cares?
Gary Payton, he literally said, "This is Cheryl Swoops."
Right.
Boom. Like
WNBA
it-
superstar Cheryl Swoops. Like,
Yeah.
that was literally his line for the movie.
Yeah.
It's like
easy money.
he could have said that into his phone. He didn't even
Right.
have to be like.
he might not even gone there.
Right.
He might have did that from his home.
No, it's a genius. It's just genius plan to do something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I guess you have the budget for it. Like, go ahead.
I love
Tiffany Haddish. I really like Tiffany Haddish. She's hilarious in some stuff. In this movie, her voice, well, I realized her voice gets on my nerves. I didn't realize it as much until this movie.
Yep.
And seeing and hearing her voice without seeing her face.
Exactly.
Like,
It's when it gets disconnected from her face.
Yep.
That's when it sounds weird.
it sounds weird. It's like
It doesn't even sound like her.
No,
It's weird.
no, it's really weird. It didn't fit with like a kid. Some people just don't have the voice to like Tom Hanks. Well, Tom Hanks is Tom Hanks. Like I feel like Tom Hanks can do literally anything. Like Tom Hanks can.
Tom Hanks, I was surprised when I first saw him in a movie because I was so used to watching like Toy
Toy
Story when I was a
Story?
kid. I was like, oh, he acts too. I was
Right.
like, I thought he was just a voice guy. Like that. That was crazy to me.
It
Like,
fits perfect.
It fits. It's
He can do like whether it's Polar
Absolutely.
Express or like whatever
Right.
real movies. Like he's great in everything,
Yes.
right? Dramas, rom coms, lyrics, suspense, anything. Like
Right.
Tom Hanks can do anything. But anyway, Tiffany Haddish, like her voice, it just same thing with Kevin Hart in Life of Pets, like him as the bunny. Like a lot of people thought that was really funny. I wasn't feeling his like character with that. It was weird. It was weird hearing his
It was
voice.
the
on it.
animation mixed with his voice because
Yeah.
his voice is so character. It's animated in itself.
Right, exactly.
You
And I
can't-
like
you
Kevin.
can't-
I love Kevin Hart, but like that was it just didn't. It's weird.
But you need it to be accompanying like a regular human being. You can't
Right.
because you over animate it.
Right.
If you get an animated bunny yelling like Kevin Hart's yelling,
Right.
it doesn't. It's too much. It's
Yeah,
too much.
yeah, agreed. But yeah, so that's why I realized while watching this movie with her voice. Also his name's Emmett, the main character. Like, did they name him that to like be silly? Like, I feel like and obviously it's a real name, but like that name is just like a funny name to me. Like for
Really?
like an animated character, his name
I
to be
feel like-
Emmett. Like I feel like you have to be like a scholar. Your name is Emmett. Like,
No, I feel like that name is two people right now. It's the Bohemian couple living in Austin
Yeah.
names their kid Emmett,
Yeah.
and then Emmett Smith. Like
Right.
those are the two Emmets. And
Right.
I don't know which one he falls into, but it's one of those two.
But, like,
And it was confusing to me too. But
I didn't know what was happening there.
I don't know. It's an
So it's
interesting
a little different for a kid film with the main character named Emmett. I don't know why, but it's something for me. I don't know.
You're
you-
gonna name your son Emmett.
Right? No, yeah,
you're
not
gonna end up doing it.
right.
Yeah.
No, there's no way. I'll make him a third before Emmett. The Lego movies. So there's
This is my favorite one, by the way.
yeah. Charlie, by the way, has seen the first
I
10
haven't
minutes
seen it
of the
yet,
first
no.
of the first one, and then now this one.
Yeah.
So the first one, you have the Lego Movie 2, which we're reviewing. Then you have Batman, and then you have Ninjago. I've seen all of them now. I think so. Before watching them, I was like, "Yo, this is like, I'm not watching this. This is like kid." You know, I'm like, it's very much
Naturally.
geared towards kids. Like it's whatever. Not that I don't watch cartoon movies, not that, but some of them you can appreciate, and some of them are just like too much. Like you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna watch Thomas the Train as an adult. Ray as a kid, you're not gonna just be like, "Oh, I went and saw this."
I think
Like
that's a fair point.
Yeah.
I think
So.
that's pretty inarguable.
Right, but like a Disney film, it's not weird if you're like, "Yo, I'm
Yeah,
about to go see the
okay.
new Lion King."
For sure.
It's not
Yeah,
weird. So,
I'm with you.
So I say it to say, the first one I saw was Batman. First one that came out was the first, the Lego movie. But the first one I saw, like I said, friends were telling me like, "Yo, you gotta see the Batman one. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. Watch it. Hilarious. Like the Batman one is the funniest one for sure, and the best one overall. Ninjago is then I saw the Lego movie and I was like, oh, this is okay. Then saw Ninjago, which is really funny as well. Then go back and watch this one, which I thought was, whatever. It's very much geared towards kids. That's the best way I could put it. It's more childish. I don't know why same writers for it, so I don't know why like the Batman and Ninjago ones are significantly more funny, and the writing is a lot more clever than the Lego and the sequel to it. So I don't know. It's definitely geared toward geared to a younger audience. So I can't really be like, this isn't funny enough for me, and it's like it's not for me. Like they didn't make it.
You were not the target demographic.
Yeah, they didn't. It's not for me, so I can't really say. I felt like they were kind of lazy with some of the jokes. Like they just kind of felt like
Yeah.
it just kind of like they just were going like for the silly.
It wasn't as clever.
No.
And granted, I've only watched 10 minutes of the first
Right.
one. But in those 10 minutes, I feel like there was a lot of like clever writing in that, and
Yeah.
it was adult jokes, kind of like how when you like watch SpongeBob now.
Right.
And there's like adult jokes mixed in with the kids jokes that you just never realized. There was a
Right.
lot of like, it felt like there was kind of like an adult undertone with a lot of the kids stuff. It didn't feel like that was in this one
Right.
at all, really. It was kind of low hanging fruit when it came to
Yeah,
the
exactly.
jokes.
That's a really good way to put it. Yeah, it just was like.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
I'm getting good at this. Big movie, yeah. But
I just didn't. Yeah, I just felt like they got kind of lazy with the writing and just was like, yeah, it was like very obvious. Like, oh, it's not really funny. Like, it's kind of easy. It's an easy joke, easy out.
right.
So yeah, I expected to be a little bit more thoughtful. And then here's the other thing too. If it's not gonna go the funny route, then in my mind, I assume it to like have like a deeper meaning type of movie.
Sure.
Where like you take what is the name of that? Inside Out. And I know you've seen Inside Out.
I have.
That's not a comedy type. That's not like a ha-ha.
Didn't like Inside Out, by the way.
You didn't?
No, I thought it was super overrated.
I did enjoy it. It's not like amazing. It's not a classic. But I bring it up to make the point that that one wasn't a movie where it was ha-ha funny. You laugh throughout. But it had a deeper meaning.
Right.
So I understood, like, okay, cool, it's not meant for that.
Yeah.
This one obviously doesn't have a deeper meaning. It's all silly. It's silly and nonsensical movie, which is fine, but it's like, is it just going to be like, to me, it felt like a lot of, like, bright colors and stuff for, like, if I'm 5 years old, to, like, all right, here's an hour and a half, hour, 45-minute movie for you to just, like, watch and giggle and just kind of, like, hold your attention because there's so many colors and so much going on.
Yeah.
As opposed to it being like thoughtfully made around like, let's make this a good movie. We have all these big name actors. Like,
right.
That's how I felt about this one specifically.
The one thing that I do want to give it credit for is I like how it flipped the narrative, like 75% of the way through. Like the person that you thought was the villain was not the villain.
Oh yeah.
And the person which is like you got to give it a little bit of a credit.
Yeah, I didn't
for,
see
like,
that coming.
Yeah, for like being a kids movie, being able to like set this whole narrative up, like these people are good, these people are bad.
Yeah.
And then at the ninth inning to flip it like that.
Right.
I was like, okay, that's
There's and for us to not have
some
seen
talent
it coming, like I was like,
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. Danger Vest, dude, was my favorite character until like
Danger Vest,
until it was over. I was like, I was bummed. I was like, that was sweet. But
oh man.
Yeah, and then just in one second, I don't know. You were looking at all like the pop songs and all the like the things that were really good as like evil the entire movie. And then all of a sudden at the very end, it's like, oh wait, shoot, that was good the entire time.
Right.
That was kind of, I don't know. I think there's kind of a deeper meaning to that.
Yeah, you definitely can. Yeah, you could definitely dissect it some more. I guess I'm not giving them a lot of credit just because of my expectations, but like,
tough credit.
Yeah, man.
That's why we respect what you do. That's why we come to you for knowledge on this stuff. It's hard hitting. You don't just hand out gold stars,
No.
which I can appreciate.
All facts
I can
here.
appreciate that.
No, they definitely. So the movie, if you haven't seen it yet, I guess the overarching theme is they have this brother and sister who are like playing with the toys, similar to like kind of like a toy store where it's like real people like playing with the toys and the toys come to life when the real people aren't around type of deal. Or you're watching them as they're like playing with the toys and you're watching. I don't know how you just have to see it. It's hard to explain. Anyway,
it's basically the entire actual movie is filmed from the perspective of toys, like the way Toy Story is.
Right.
But it alludes to real life.
Right.
Kids playing with toys.
There you go.
Like, just like there's like little like
proud of you.
Yeah. Big movie guy.
So
cinephile.
So you have two set of toys going against each other. You have the masculine toys, which is the older brother, going against his younger sister's toys, right, which are more feminine, more colorful, all that stuff. So the issue that we're running into is that the younger sister is destroying all of the older brother stuff. Well, we end up the larger lesson that the younger sister was just trying to get her older brother's attention and just wanted him to like include her.
Just wanted her to play.
Yeah,
just wanted him to play with her. Yeah.
Just wanted to play. The older brother is like, no, leave me alone. You're annoying. You're ruining my playtime, I guess, with the toys.
Right.
And then at the end, obviously, they reconcile and they're like, okay, we can both play with our toys, and you can have your toys, I can have my toys, and we can all get along together, right? So that is, I guess, that was the theme. Which again, if you're a child, that is, I guess, applicable. I know both of us have younger sisters. So I mean, I get it.
I got a younger brother too.
Shout
out Matthew.
Yeah, shout out Matthew. Yeah, we gave Liv a shout out, so we got to shout out Matthew.
Shout out Matthew.
So I know. I mean, I get it. It just was like I feel like you could have done like a little bit more. And the way they just pieced it together, like I didn't necessarily need the like back and forth of like.
But I think it also does kind of play to and I took a class on this in high school actually.
Oh wow.
How movies like at different time periods in American culture kind of reflect what they're going through. So I mean, it's kind of the whole like let's all get along, like, which I think there's the undertone of like, hey, let's not see each other as
inclusive,
as like enemies, when it's like we're actually just trying to get along and we can work together like that. So I think there was that aspect too. And
that is true. Yeah, I mean that's intentional. Yeah, I think that is I think that's true. That you're right. Movies a lot of times will reflect what's going on in real life. So I think that was intentional. But yeah, overall, I mean it's a good point. It just was, like I said, I feel like the writing could have been a little bit more thoughtful. So I do feel like it was a little long. I feel like it was a little lengthy. It got to the point, and again, that might have to do with the fact that when we went out last night. When I say went out, when I say went out, like I haven't been out in forever, and we were out till what 12:30, like, and it felt like I was out till like 5 o'clock in the morning, which is crazy. But I'm retired, so occasionally when I come out of retirement, it hits me. So, I was in there tired and
Deluxe Flux.
Was it the last one?
That's what it's called.
Deluxe Flux.
Deluxe Flux.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did like it though. I did not want to go. I did not want to go. But ended up going, and I actually did like it. Like it was the DJ. I don't know her name, but the DJ who was there when we first got there was dope. She was real good. The second set of DJs, it was like 4 guys all huddled around the computer. They were lame.
There were 2 sets of DJs.
Yeah, when we were leaving, the DJ it declined a little bit. Like when it was like the last 30 minutes, there was definitely a steady decline in music. The dance floor was not as popping. So I wasn't disappointed with Deluxe by any means. I've seen a lot of Instagrams about it. It didn't disappoint. So speaking of music, they had a lot of music in this movie is funny. Like they're like very descriptive, like of like the actual things, like you mentioned.
It's almost satirical.
It's satirical, with the music. So, like for instance, like one of the songs was like, "This song is gonna get stuck in your head" was the hook of the song, and it was like obviously a super catchy song.
The title, all of the lyrics, and everything.
Yeah. So and it was a catchy song. You're sitting, it's definitely a jam. And it makes you realize like, how much do we really not care, like pay attention to the lyrics of songs? And that's not like a new, like, oh my God, I've never realized that. I just like the beat. Like, no, we realize that, but like, do you really realize, like, how many songs, like, could they really just be saying anything? Like, there's definitely songs I listen to now and I'm like, oh, I never caught that part of the lyric before. And it's like a song that I've known that I like literally have been reciting all the lyrics, but never thought about the lyrics.
Right.
That I've listened to for like years. So, how much that plays a role, just really more just a question, not an answer to it, but just that is, I wonder how much of that, how much of my music I listen to solely because of the actual music and less because of the lyrics.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good point.
So it's interesting. Did I share my 2018 playlist with you back in December?
If I said yes, can you not send it to me?
Complete heat. If you guys ever want just like I don't know how else to put it, but the greatest playlist of a year, reach out to me each December of a year. I'll go back and put my top 100 songs in a playlist. I know a lot of people will say, doesn't Spotify already do that for you? They do curate something based off of your plays and rotations. I don't use Spotify for that reason. I have Spotify and Apple Music, but I listen to all my music on Apple Music and only find new music on. Oh, that is a cool looking billboard thing. Okay, it was in Vegas or something like that. Right. Anyway, I have this playlist. If you want it, great music. I have my top 100 songs of 2018. I can shoot you the link. But yeah, I know.
I'm not going to troll you on your old podcast.
I'll let you do that. It's all good. I asked you because I was going to see if there were some of your top songs from my playlist. But if you haven't listened to it yet, then you're missing out. I can't.
I'm trying to think. Honestly, I'm trying to think of like the best song that you've ever recommended to me. Like the song that I've heard from you that like.
I mean, I can't even think. It's probably been tons.
No, there's one Sandre song that I like. I can't think of what it is.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this because I don't know what you have it saved.
Yeah, there's.
Oh, that's great.
I'll look it up real quick. There's one Sandre song that I was like, oh, you know what? This actually isn't
the GOAT.
Extremely terrible.
Greatest male artist of all time.
I'd have to give you the credit on that because I wouldn't have found it myself. Sandre. Do you know how to say his last name yet?
Lurke. Shut up.
Is it actually Lurke? Okay. What album was it off of?
Well, while he's looking this up,
I'm trying to figure out if it was off of Pleasure or Solo Pleasure. Hold on.
Both are great albums.
Not good album.
Great classics.
Oh, Heartbeat Radio.
Oh, that's on Heartbeat Radio. Yeah. That's the name of the album.
I know.
Yeah.
I figured
Heartbeat Radio is fire.
Yeah, that's
fire.
a good song.
I play it a lot too.
That's a good song. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, but anyway.
Everything else you show me is trash. every other song.
Oh, whatever.
No.
But yeah, no.
I'll give you props.
Thank you.
You have a very eclectic music taste, which I can respect.
Yeah, Lauren said that on here last week.
Same way.
So I do appreciate that. Final verdict on the movie. It could have probably been 30 minutes shorter.
Or 45.
Or 45. I was a little disappointed. Not gonna lie. I was hoping for a Lego Batman or Ninjago movie. Again, they were getting better and better each release. Since the first Lego movie and this one, I felt like took a step back. I would suggest if you're gonna watch it, it's you can watch it, but I'd say maybe wait till it's on Netflix. Maybe not go to the movies for it. I wouldn't even necessarily say $5 Tuesday. But
you want to watch it in a format where you are okay turning it off.
Exactly.
That's kind of weird.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I'll turn this off. I don't feel like I'm like losing money on it.
Absolutely agree. I'd rank it at a 6. I'd say 6 out of 10 is where I'd put it. That's considering the fact that it wasn't geared towards me specifically, and just seeing like other things that they've done and how they, the entire message and everything that's together. I'd put it at 6. So yeah, any upcoming movies that you're excited about?
No.
Zero.
Not
a movie guy.
No. No, I'm not.
John Wick 3. I'm sad to say it. I'm sad to admit it, but I'm getting kind of pumped for John Wick 3.
Nice.
Didn't we go see John Wick? The second one? Did we go see the second one?
It's very possible. Couldn't tell you.
I'm pretty sure.
I do not remember.
As a group, I think we went and saw it. We definitely did. We definitely went and saw the second one.
John Wick.
We walked down and we were like, yo, what the heck is this?
John Wick, John Ryan,
Jack Ryan.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Like, those are all the same thing, right? It's all the same movie. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think
there's any difference.
John Wick, that was. Do you remember when it ends with like everyone's against him? Like someone kills him.
Are you describing Jack Ryan?
Right,
John Wick,
literally, right. I know, right. I know. It's John Wick is like
who plays John Wick?
Keanu Reeves.
Okay. We definitely did see it. I do remember seeing it.
So
I fell asleep, but we did see it.
I feel like the first one, like, it was so many memes and jokes about, this dude just went like ape just because of the fact that someone killed his dog. And then I feel like the writing then played off of the jokes being made by the online.
Really?
I really feel like the second one was made more satirically because of the fact that people made fun of the first one.
Okay.
Like, I think the first one, they were trying to be serious. I really think they were trying to be serious in the first one. This one, the second one, whatever.
The fact that you're not sure is alarming.
Yeah, right?
The fact that they made
I'm not sure. Like, I don't know if that, like, the writers were being dead serious. Like, maybe that guy comes back and is like, yo, man, I put a lot of, like, hard work into that. Like, that's a serious film. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, it's a joke. Like, there's a part in the second one where someone blows his house up, right?
Yeah.
And
I remember that. I was still awake for that.
All right.
Yes, I do remember that.
Someone blows his house up.
Yep.
Boom. He's in the living room. The explosion causes him to go through the glass and out like 15 yards, right?
Yeah.
Stands up, not a single scratch.
Nice.
No concussion, nothing. His dog pounces over. Nothing's wrong with the dog either. I'm like, yo, what is this, man? Like, come on, not a scratch.
Nothing.
He didn't. I mean, he got popped right back up. Like, all right, it's time to get to business. No, it's not. You need to go to the hospital. So
that's what happened to you and Nala, though. If that were to happen, I mean, Nala would have been completely fine. I think you'd be okay too. That's what I'm picturing. That would have been the same.
Oh man, Nala knows danger. She'd have been out of there. She'd have left me.
Maybe.
So that was so it's just like, it's silly. So I think this one is going to continue to insist upon its ridiculousness. But I'm going to see it. It's good action. It's funny, like, whatever. Well, unless you have anything else, I appreciate you coming up to the podcast, driving up to Detroit.
Oh man, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Shout out, honestly, congrats on 15 episodes.
15 episodes, man. They said I wasn't going to make it.
They said
how some people like makeup haters? I didn't have any haters, but some people like, yo, they doubted me.
Vegas set the over/under at 4, not to the under. So I mean, the fact that we're at 15 is a huge success. So props to you. For real.
Thank you.
You turn this into something. Man.
We're gonna keep going. I remember when I told you, and you were like, "You're not doing this."
Absolutely not.
So
I should have known better though, because this is a you thing.
This is put all the aspects of ideas I've had and like put them into one that actually made sense. You've been around for a lot of my like crazy ideas that I didn't actually implement.
Right.
So.
But this was one of those things though where you literally were like, I'm gonna do this, and I was like, no, you're not. And I like laughed. I was like, he might actually do this. Like, this is so crazy that he might actually go ahead. And
people were asking me, like, I'm talking like 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
This isn't real, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, multiple people, and I'm like, do I do stupid stuff like this so often that people have to question, like, if I like.
To an extent.
People were asking me like, "Yo, this isn't real, is it?" I'm like, "Yo, like literally go listen." I'm like, "Look it up." No, like no, for real. Look it up on YouTube. Like they're like acting like it's a joke, and I'm like, "Damn, I need to stop playing around." So, all right, thank you for coming up, everyone. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. Peace.